Hi there, everyone. We've got an exciting two-part show in store for you this week. First, we're going to be chatting with Imani McFarlane, the founder and artistic director of House of Tafari Collection. And the second half of our show, the host of Work to Do Open Mic, who also spits some knowledgeable spoken word of his own, Reggie.B, is in the studio. So he'll be chatting with us as well. Your Caribbean News and Culture starts now. Welcome to Your Caribbean News and Culture, everyone. I'm your host, Delinda Eiffel. My first guest this week is Imani McFarlane, who is the founder and artistic director of House of Tafari Collection. House of Tafari Collection celebrates the Caribbean and African diaspora through the art of African head wrapping, clothing, and interior decor. The works of House of Tafari Collection have been appreciated by renowned clients such as Rita Marley and well-known reggae artist Queen Ifrica. Aside from gracing runways in New York, London, and Jamaica with their head wraps and clothing, House of Tafari Collection also takes pride in philanthropic deeds that include conducting complimentary head wrapping sessions for patients coping with chronic illnesses such as lupus and cancer. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Imani McFarlane to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
You're welcome, Delinda. Thanks for having me here this morning.
Absolutely. Now, give us a little bit of a background of how House of Tafari Collection came to existence.
Okay. I founded House of Tafari Collection in 2006 after a traumatic experience working in corporate America. Oh. I worked as interior decorator for a well-known company in Boston Street, and after experiencing discrimination based upon my culture of wearing head wraps, because I've been wearing the head wraps for the past 40 some odd years of my life. So I've had a bad experience with a coworker making negative comments on my head wrap, and he took it a step further and spoke about the birth of my granddaughter. Oh, wow. And at that time I thought, okay, it's time for me to educate people about this beautiful art and the beautiful culture and take something negative and turn it into positive. And that's how I started the House of Tafari Collection.
All right, now talk to us about the symbolism. You speak on the education and letting people know about the concept of head wrapping. So talk to us about the symbolism and where head wrapping derived from.
Okay, history have it that it derived from Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, where head wraps were worn as a form of protection, to protect individual from the sun, for the harsh environment. Okay. And if you look throughout Africa, it's worn, head wrap is worn for various reasons, for spiritual reason, for fashion. So there are different symbolism of the head wrap.
Okay. Now, is there a right or wrong way to do a head wrap, or would you say it's just a person's inner expression?
I will say it's a personal inner expression. I've always tell my clients that you can never wrap a bad head wrap. There's no such thing as a bad head wrap.
Well, that's comforting to know.
Yeah. You can never wrap a bad head wrap.
Okay, yes. That's good to know. And I'm wearing one of your lovely designs here. Is there like a particular name for this, or this is just?
Yes, that's the pre-made rosette head wraps for individual who would like to wear head wrap, don't want to know how to wrap them, don't have the time time, don't have the patience. So I came up with a design for individuals who just want to wear beautiful head wrap and just slide it on and it's done.
Yes, and it's very beautiful, by the way. Thanks. Now, nowadays, head wrap, and we spoke about it in terms of a fashion statement. Females wear head wraps, if you're having a bad hair day, you just need to mask it. I'm guilty of that sometimes. Yes. A lot of celebrities are even embracing them now as a fashion statement. Do you think there's a medium in terms of the fashion aspect of head wraps versus the real symbolism of head wraps, or as a fashion statement, should that be frowned upon? No, because fashion is in everything. Mm-hmm. So whether you're wearing a head wrap for spiritual reason, or whether you're going through chemotherapy, or for going through rites and rites of different religion, you still want to enhance your beauty. Yes. So to wear it as for a fashion statement, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think it's all the same, and it's pushing the culture. Absolutely. Good point. Now, House of Tafari, you guys don't only do the art of African head wrapping. There are many other elements to the company as well. One of them being interior decor. So talk to us a little bit about that. Yes, interior decor, because of my years of training working in that sector in corporate America, I started doing the bedding, the Adinkra symbol bedding, by communicating, using symbol to communicate through the collection. Mm-hmm. So moving forward, we're looking forward to produce more African-inspired decor. So the House of Tafari Collection not only focus on the head wrapping on the workshop, it's a lifestyle. It's a holistic lifestyle promoting high culture. And when I say high culture, mean governed by African principle, meaning that it's governed by divine order of the universe. Lovely. That's nice. Now, tell us a little bit about some of the workshops that you host, that House of Tafari hosts for the community. Yes. First of all, we started hosting the Art of African Head Wrapping workshop at the Boston Public Library at Eggleston. That was the first branch that endorsed the workshop. Nice. And they have endorsed 11 different locations. And from there, we went on to NYU, Brandeis University. Mass College of Art is a big supporter. Nice. The American Cancer Society, Schomburg Research for Black Culture, Spelman College. Oh, wow. Rebel Salute. So nice. We started really here in this community, right here in this community, in Eggleston area. Yeah. And we've been that's good. That's a blessing. On. That's awesome. That's great. Now, speaking of some of your events, there's one that I know one took place in October, but there's one coming up that has to do with Rapping for a Cause. So talk to us about Rapping for a Cause. Yes, Rapping for a Cause was my way of sharing culture, hope, and history for individuals who are going through chemotherapy and losing their hair. So I started Rapping for a Cause in my apartment 6 years ago. I decided to create vegetarian food and invite my friends over and charge them $10 to pay to come and eat. Yeah. And with that money, I would use that money to buy fabric so I could donate the head wraps at local hospitals. So that's how Rapping for a Cause started. And then from there, we moved on to different venue. For instance, in 2011, we did a garden party, head wrapping garden party. We had great support from Joyce Williams, who was a mentor of mine, Donna Farguson. So we worked with Donna Dixon, different individuals in the community that came and supported. We just did our first Rapping for a Cause at 315 on A Street. However, it was quite challenging because it's a new neighborhood. Right. It's the first time in that area, and I found that a lot of the residents, they embrace the concept of head wrapping, but the event was not as successful as I hoped that it would be. So with that said, I was contacted by 10,000 Villages, which is a national organization that we have worked with in the past, and they invited us to come in store December 14 to do
an event wrapping for a cause to help offset some of the costs that was lost from the last
previous
event.
Okay, well, that's good.
Event.
That's good. And then
Yes.
at this point, too, more people will be able to come out, and people who attended can come again and spread the word as well.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
That would work out
Absolutely.
beautifully. Now, we spoke about how you expanded. You know, the company is continuing to grow. What is it you would like to see, let's say 5-10 years from now, for the House of Tafari Collection?
Okay, the growing of the brand,
Yes.
of course. For House of Tafari Collection to be in mainstream, and it's just now getting there, just to be in the community, such a vibrant, innovative community as Fort Point is just a testimony to my desire.
Yes.
To bring it to mainstream. So I would definitely like to see HOTC head wraps in major stores throughout, not throughout the United States, but throughout the world. HOTC home products in Marshall, TJ Maxx, and more, home goods, more affordable to the mass market. So I would say moving forward into mass production, because currently, I am House of Tafari Collection. All the head wraps, all the hand paints on the fabric, all the designing and the producing of the bedding, the head wraps is done by yours truly, Imani McFarlane. Oh, absolutely, and that's something that I have to be honest, about. Yeah, I don't want my audience to think that I have 12 stitchers stitching away. No, HOTC production line is Imani McFarlane, but of course, there's a lot of support, as I said, from my mentor, Miss Joyce Williams, for outreach and anything that she can does to support my mission, she does. Outreach from Delmisha Ames, who's based in New York, as far as connecting us with workshops, Maria Williams, and quite a few other individuals who have been there to support my mission to build a company that promote and uplift our culture.
Very nice. And I must say, before we wrap up, one of your pieces of art, rather, is you're wearing right now, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. So I have to point that out, that you made that, and that's a part of the House of Tafari
Thank you. It's a wearable art collection, and this piece was actually featured at Open Studios in 2013 and 2014. I must say I appreciate the Fort Point artist community for highlighting my work on the digital board, because there are over 150 artists in the community. So I really appreciate that they recognize the work that I do, and they appreciate what I bring to that community.
Yes, very nice. Well, Imani, thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate it, and I wish you and House of Tafari Collection the very best.
Thank you so much, Delinda. It's a pleasure.
Thanks so much. Now, to find out more about the House of Tafari Collection and to keep up with all of their philanthropic efforts, visit www.houseoftafaricollection.com. Up next, host of Work to Do Open Mic, Reggie.B, joins us. But first, we must take a moment to wish the gem of the Caribbean Sea, and of course I'm being biased, my home country, Barbados, a happy Independence Day. On November 30th, the country will celebrate its 48th year of independence.
Oh gosh, I forgot it.
Her nurse,
You need a claim number?
her personal assistant,
Let me just grab a.
her housekeeper, her cook, her accountant. When I started taking care of Mom, I didn't realize the challenge of playing so many roles. But above all, I'm still her daughter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving to connect with experts and other caregivers. Together we can better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Welcome back to your Caribbean News and Culture, everyone. Joining us now is Reggie.B, the host of Work to Do Open Mic. Reggie, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Delinda.
Absolutely. Now, talk to us about Work to Do Open Mic and how it got started.
Well, actually, it was very funny and ironic how it got started because in Roxbury, in a predominantly known area, there was a building in the front of Washington Street at Dudley Square, and it's called Mr. G's Plaza. So when you saw that, everybody probably thought Mr. Gene owned the building. He didn't.
Okay.
But to come to find out, I went in, and there was an art gallery upstairs on the second floor on Palmer Street, and it's owned by this brother named Rufus Falk. His son, if you know, just recently ran for office, his son Rufus Falk Jr.
Yeah,
So
yep.
ensuing with the art gallery, last November 2013, I went up and he showed me around. And when I saw the art gallery, I saw the ambiance, and I was like, you know what? We got to get some open mic up in here. Because I've been to other open mic spots. And it was like, it's going to happen. So me and him came up with a concept of, doing the Work to Do open mic there. And not only that, but the name Work to Do came about because there was a drawing, like, you're him, and I'm me looking this way. And there was a drawing on the wall of Malcolm X. I mean, not Malcolm X, Martin Luther King.
Okay.
And it showed him with an Applejack hat on, and he was gesturing, rolling up his sleeves. So immediately when I saw that, I said, we're going to call it Work to Do. He said, where you get that from? I said, turn around and look at that drawing on your wall. And that's where Work to Do, that whole slogan and the open mic event name came from that. So, yeah.
Now, what's your background with spoken word?
I actually did some open mic like 7 years ago in a little juice bar, which was in Grover Hall, but it's not there anymore. And that's where this whole open mic stuff came. And once I started there, it just started to take off. And then I had a little hiatus. I stepped back for a second, and then I came back forward. And I've been doing it since 2009 for the past 5 years. So
nice.
I love it, and it's beautiful.
And I've heard you before, so I know it comes from within. Now, I've been to one of your events, the Work to Do open mic events, and one thing I love is that it's very diverse. The crowd is diverse, the spoken word, people speak about their race, socioeconomic statuses, certain things that are mind-blowing.
Absolutely.
So what is it that you would say is imperative for us as a people and our communities in terms of spoken word? What makes an event that what Work to Do open mic does so imperative for our community?
The message is from the poets and the poetesses. So, their message is, like you said, is very broad. They can talk about whatever. You can say whatever. And it's important for our older folks to come out and hear that too, because it may tap into them. And the older folks, the younger folks especially, because you got to stimulate their minds and get them going with something. And for them to hear a positive message or hear something that might trigger them coming from a poet or something like that, it's very important that people come out and actually hear what other folks have to say about their life experiences or whatever that is that they want to talk about in their poem. So it's very, very important that people come out to those things because it can educate you, it can enlighten you, and it can show you something and make you think like, whoa, I've been missing this all this time. So yeah, they need to come out.
And it's a nice social evening to
just
get out and relax.
You get to eat, get to drink a little food, all that stuff. So
Now, your 1 year anniversary is coming up. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So talk to us about the event and what people can expect.
Okay, that 1 year anniversary is coming up December 6th. We will be in business for 1 year, and I didn't think it was going to go that far because, the lack of attendance, summertime, people want to hang out. They don't want to go and
travel.
Yeah, they don't want to be in a stuffed area. It's hot, there's no AC, all that kind of stuff. But I stayed with it. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go through because people were like giving me accolades like, listen, you're doing a good job, you're doing a good service for Roxbury, so don't stop, keep going, keep going. So I did, and now we're at our 1 year anniversary. And a whole new wave of people have been coming in to Work to Do open mic because they heard about it. So I'm kind of glad I stuck with it. That 1 year anniversary is going to be dedicated to all the poets that came through from Work to Do open mic from last December 2013 to now. So that 1 year anniversary is going to be catered to them with a slideshow of them doing their work and, you know, pictures of them and stuff like that. And I'm looking forward to having a real good time with that 1 year anniversary.
Nice. Now, 1 year anniversary is coming. You spoke about how you were thinking of giving up on it, but you kept pushing through.
Yeah.
So what do you see for the future of Work to Do Open Mic?
Bigger and better things, bigger and better poets, new people, meaning poets and poetesses, and not only that, but just a new wave of people just coming through constantly. It's like recycling. It's just coming through. New people, new poets coming through, and we're just going to keep it going. So eventually, we might want to try to do like, if it gets really, really taken off, if it takes off the way it's supposed to, then we might just open up other spots, other places, and
could do a tour.
Yeah, label that name Work to Do, because it's a very catchy slogan. You could be walking by somebody having a conversation. You ain't got nothing to do with that conversation. Man, I can't do it today. Man, I got a lot of work to do. And I walk by and be like, yo, that's me.
Trademark, bang. Absolutely. Now, you yourself, you spit your own spoken word.
Yes.
So do you mind sharing a piece with us
No,
today?
no, I don't mind doing that.
All right.
I'll be glad to do that for the people out there.
Absolutely.
In the TV land. So, yeah, absolutely.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present Reggie.B.
As I toss and turn in my head in my sleep, I keep feeling torn. I keep seeing images of our ancestors being beaten, bought, hung, sold, and scorned. And you mean to tell me after 302 years later, plus the year 1712, you do the math, and we are still wearing the Willie Lynch letter that we should not adorn. I ask you, what is going on? It is up to us, the conscious ones, to help those that need the help, to keep them afloat. So they will not turn to the streets. They will get an education, own a business, start working for the man, and get off that dope. In our neighborhoods of Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan, crime is increasing. And you mean to tell me we have police that don't reflect the community policing our areas? That's a problem. They say panic is spreading. I say yes to you who do not want to roll up your sleeves and have work to do. Where are you heading? Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Rosa Parks, Elmer Lewis, Nelson Mandela. Not too long ago, he just died doing the right thing. 1968, 46 years ago, on the Lorraine Balcony Motel, so did Dr. King. And you want to hear a freedom bell ring, you got to do one or two things. Maybe, no, not even two, just one. Separate yourselves from those that do not have work to do and go do your own thing. After watching that movie, 12 Years a Slave, it took everything I had in me to just sit in that movie theater and just behave. My arms were gripping the arms of the seats with all my might. My teeth were gritting. My breath was hissing because the movie was clearly pissing me the hell off. So, I say to you, my people, we need to get back to us and get along because black unification was the bond that kept the black family, man, woman, and the children strong. We need to get back to us. That is a must. Do not believe America's story. Open up your eyes and research and learn about your own black story. Do not believe her story. We have nothing to fear because our ancestors are here with us. We are not alone. Now just imagine if every Afro in America got together and thought together as one inside the metronome, we'd have a powerful, powerful dome, and these people would not know what to do with us because we have that persona to go ahead and strengthen, unify, and come together. Now, I say one more thing to you. That thing is Arjua Lia Nafasu, which simply means return to your own. Thank you, Reggie.B. Peace.
Not even gonna clap. Not even gonna clap. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Jimmy can't sing and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills? Check. Driver's license? Check. And a high school diploma or GED.
Skip the drama. Get your GED.
I got that. You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future and sign up for free classes now at yourged.org.
All right, that does it for us this week here on Your Caribbean News and Culture. Special thanks to Imani McFarlane of House of Tafari Collection for joining us this week. And special thanks to host of Work to Do Open Mic, Reggie.B, for joining us as well. Much love to my Studio A crew, and of course, thank you all at home for watching. I'm Delinda Eiffel. I'll see you next time.